Do you find yourself giving advice all the time? Is it often unsolicited? Do you find yourself cringing every time you open your mouth and you start giving them the how-to guide to what you would do? Well, here's what you can do instead so that you can build better relationships and lighten the load on yourself. This topic came up with one of my clients who is known to be a teacher. He dives into content he loves to learn, and he loves to share best practices and hacks with people. Now, unfortunately, this has kind of bled into his everyday interactions with team members who aren't necessarily looking for being told how to do things. Step one is to be aware, which this person is. Bravo. A lot of us don't get there. Be aware if you find yourself going into explainer mode. The second part is to really look for, what is the person asking me? Are they looking for input and feedback? Are they looking for direction? Are they looking for resources? A lot of times we go into assumption mode and start just going on autopilot with whatever brain dump we want to give people. So if we can pull back and look at what is their intention on reaching out, what are they asking me for, we're better able to not just respond, but to ask for clarity around what they're asking us. So when you say you want feedback, what would be most helpful? Because I can take this in a number of ways. The other part of it is when you do give feedback, use open-ended questions as much as possible. So instead of closed, which would be an either or, yes or no, can you, have you, it limits people and puts them on the defensive. So if you ask them, so I'm curious, when you think about this piece you wrote, what are you trying to communicate with the reader? Who is your audience? It helps to bring more information for you so that you can be better in giving that feedback. And the third part is to stop talking. If you find that you're saying more than 3 sentences, you've said too much. I would actually limit you to a sentence or 2. It's okay if you do it, just be aware. Note it, put it on the table, say, you know what? I'm talking a little bit too much and I'm going into explainer mode. How about you tell me what you need? It's amazing what happens when we lovingly call ourselves out. It shows that we're human too, and it allows people to ask for what they need. So if you find yourself giving advice, take a breath, acknowledge it. You know what? I'm going into an advice mode. What is it that you need from me? And see what happens on the other end and where that mutual understanding can come into play. Try it out, see how it goes, and let me know what you discover.